What's going on, guys? Gary Jahman here, back at it again with a new video. Hope you're doing well, hope you're safe and happy. In today's video we're going to talk about the brand new M4 Mac Mini which just hit the market. For those of you who've been following my journey, you know I've been working with the base model M1 MacBook Air for the last couple of years. But recently I felt like it was time to upgrade. Why? Well, the 8 gigs of RAM on my M1 MacBook Air is starting to feel a little limiting, especially when I'm editing YouTube videos or processing high-res photos. So I've been using the M4 Mac Mini for the last few weeks, and today I'm going to break down everything you need to know. And the main question here is it worth the upgrade? Well, let's find out. So first things first, why did I choose the M4 Mac Mini over the other options? Well, I've been editing all my YouTube content and wedding photos on the base M1 MacBook Air for quite some time now. It's been a great laptop, but the 8 gigs of unified memory is starting to show its limits, especially with large files and complex editing tasks. When Apple dropped the M4 Mac Mini with 16 gigs of RAM, I knew it was time for a change. I didn't go for the M4 Pro or Ultra, mainly because I'm not doing things like 3D rendering or any graphical demanding stuff. For my needs, the base model with the M4 chip is more than enough, and it's a much more affordable option. Let's quickly talk about the unboxing experience. As usual, Apple doesn't disappoint with its clean and minimalistic packaging. Inside the box you've got the Mac Mini, the power cord, and that's basically it. Simple, but that's all you really need. One thing I noticed right away is how compact and sleek this device is. It fits perfectly on my desk and doesn't take up much space at all. And the power button on the back does not bother me. Yes, it would be more convenient to have it somewhere else, but it's a minor issue. Now let's talk about the specs. The base model M4 Mac Mini is powered by the new Apple M4 chip. This is a 10-core CPU with 4 performance cores and 6 efficiency cores. So you're getting a pretty solid balance between power and energy efficiency. It also comes with a 10-core GPU, which for most users will be more than enough for video editing, photo work, and even some light gaming. You also get a 16-core neural engine, which is great for tasks that involve machine learning like facial recognition in photos or automatic tagging in video editing software. The memory bandwidth is a pretty significant upgrade too. At 120 gigs per second, that's a huge improvement over the M1 chip, which really helps with performance in memory-intense applications. But the real kicker for me was the 16 gigs of unified memory. It's double what I had in my M1 MacBook Air. And it makes a noticeable difference when working with multiple applications at once, especially when I'm editing 4K videos or processing a large batch of photos. Alright, let's talk about ports and connectivity, because this is where the Mac Mini shines. You get 2 USB-C ports with support for USB 3 at the front and 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports at the back, which are great for connecting multiple displays or high-speed storage drives. You can also connect other devices that support Thunderbolt, which is awesome if you have a setup that relies on fast data transfer speeds. In addition, you've got a HDMI port, so you can easily connect a monitor, plus Gigabit Ethernet for fast networking. And if you need even faster speeds, there's an option to upgrade to 10 gigs Ethernet. The 3.5mm headphone jack is still there at the front, which is a nice touch for audio gear. Now if you're planning to use this in a clean, minimalistic setup, you may need a dongle or a docking station. You might find yourself using a hub if you need to connect things like USB drives, external monitors, or even a mouse and keyboard at the same time. So that is something to keep in mind. So as you can see, mine is connected to a docking station to keep it nice and minimalistic. But I still need to use a dongle for the SD cards, because that's the only thing that I'm missing here, a SD card slot. Now let's get into performance. I've been using the M4 Mac Mini for my business, video editing and photo editing, and so far everything's been running smoothly. DaVinci Resolve and Lightroom are able to handle large files with ease. There's minimal lag when I'm scrubbing through footage or working with high resolution images, and exports have been quicker than on my M1 MacBook Air. One thing I was worried about was whether the performance would justify the upgrade. After all, we've seen lots of chatter online saying that the difference between the M1 and M4 is huge, but honestly, it's not as dramatic as some make it out to be. Sure, the M4 is faster and more capable, but it's not like night and day compared to the M1. Exporting a 4-minute 4K video is only 20 seconds faster on the M4 Mac Mini compared to the M1 MacBook Air. So let's address the elephant in the room. Is the M4 Mac Mini worth upgrading to if you're already on a M1 Mac? My answer is, it really depends. If you're running into limitations with your current system, like I was with the RAM, then yes, you'll notice a significant improvement. But if you're already on a M2 Mac Mini or a MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM or more, I wouldn't rush to upgrade unless you need those extra cores or more RAM. The performance boost is definitely there, but it's more incremental rather than revolutionary, at least for the base model. I also want to quickly mention Apple's commitment to the environment. The M4 Mac Mini is carbon neutral and uses over 50% recycled materials. So if you're someone who cares about the environmental impact of your tech, that's definitely worth considering. So to sum it up, the Apple M4 Mac Mini is a great machine for professionals, content creators, and anyone in need of a solid, affordable desktop. The performance is fantastic, especially with the upgraded 16 gigs of RAM and Thunderbolt 4 ports. However, don't expect it to be night and day difference if you're upgrading from an M1. It's a great all-round device, but manage your expectations accordingly. If you're interested in buying one, I'll leave the link down in the description. Also, let me know in the comments, do you think the M4 is worth the upgrade? Or are you holding out for the M4 Pro? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe, stay happy. Good luck.